Hey guys, today we're going to be checking out the Senda 21-liter backpack from Kargo Gear. And this is a company that I wasn't super familiar with, but I have been very impressed with this backpack and the fact that it is made in the USA. It comes in under $200 and it has a pretty impressive feature set. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience using this over the past couple of weeks. I'll show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, I want to thank the company for sending the bag for me to test out. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. It has an interesting blend of functional and heritage in my opinion. So it's got compression straps and attachment points on the exterior, some nice pocketing. You got Velcro area here for morale patches. So it's not a super minimal bag. And then due to the materials that I've chosen for this particular version of the bag, it also gives off a little bit of a heritage vibe in my opinion. So kind of a cool mixture, very versatile. It feels like it's gonna work well in a variety of environments, whether if I'm taking this into the outdoors for walking around the city, traveling, or even taking into the office. As far as the materials, the bag feels pretty solidly built. It is offering a few different fabric and color combinations. The version that I have here is the tobacco canvas version. I'm a big fan of this canvas material as it gives it a little bit more of a kind of heritage and timeless vibe. It's gonna age nicely. And the bag is a pretty reasonable weight. It comes in at slightly over 2 pounds, I believe. They also offer it in a Cordura fabric that may offer a little bit better weather resistance, but I imagine both options are gonna hold up well to rougher usage in a variety of environments. And then you also have some well-protected YKK zippers all throughout. Continuing along the outside of the bag, on the front you have the Kargo logo down near the bottom. I do kind of wish that you could adjust the color here as it does seem to be a little bit different depending on which version of the bag you choose. In general though, it's pretty small and out of the way as it is down near the bottom corner. And then I was happy to see that you have an external water bottle pocket. I was able to fit the same 20-ounce water bottle that you've seen in a lot of my other daily bag videos. It fits pretty comfortably. As you can see, it's a fairly shallow compartment, especially when the main compartment is packed out. So this could kind of slide out maybe a little bit easily. And you have some elasticity here. So if you have something a little bit thicker, it could probably squeeze in, but again, since this is a little shallow, I'd be worried about it falling out. Still really excited to have this pocket on the exterior so I could easily access my water bottle or an umbrella. And then it's nice that because it has that elasticity, it doesn't really stick out too much when it's not in use. And then on the front, you have a couple of compression straps that are gonna be good for holding larger items that don't fit on the inside of your bag. They have these nice kind of carabiner type attachments here that you can adjust. You have 3 different levels that you can adjust as far as the attachments, and then the length of the strap can also be adjusted depending on the type of item that you're trying to hold. So it's going to be able to handle something like a yoga mat, a jacket, or maybe even a skateboard. Moving into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 21 liters, which is a really great daily bag size in my opinion. It was able to hold all the items that I normally like to carry with me, and I still had a little bit of leftover space, especially since it has a simpler layout. And I like that even when the bag is a little bit more packed out, it maintains a pretty slim profile, which made it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying on to pretty much any domestic or international airline. Taking a look at the straps on the back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I like how the straps have been implemented here. They have a nice amount of padding that feels really soft and comfortable right out of the box. On the inside you have a mesh breathable fabric here that's going to help prevent moisture from building up. And then these straps also have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. At the top of the straps, you do have load lifters that allow you to pull the bag closer to your back and also just give you a little bit more flexibility with how you adjust, how the bag sits on your shoulders. I don't think that this is completely necessary given the smaller size of the bag, but if that's something that you like to have, they are included. Then you have some attachment points on the straps, a little bit of webbing where you can clip on accessories with carabiners or maybe a bike light. You have some D-rings here, which are going to be another great spot to clip on accessories or maybe hang your sunglasses. And then you have an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. Moving into the back paneling, this has also been pretty comfortable. You have a nice amount of padding that's distributed throughout the middle of the back, and it's the same padding that we saw on the straps, so it's comfortable, and it also has a breathable mesh, which is always helpful. I do wish that there had been maybe some air channels in the middle of this padding, but there is some elevation along the sides to try to give you some ventilation and airflow while you're walking around. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag has a nice variety of pockets all throughout. Starting off on the front, you have this quick access pocket that has a vertically oriented zipper, so you can swing the bag around and get into this compartment without taking the bag all the way off. This is a fairly flat compartment, but it still has enough volume to handle the type of accessories that you might want to grab a little bit more regularly during the day. In my case, the only thing that I tossed in here is a flatter tech organizer that I've used for many years now. This is from BagSmart. Just wanted to show kind of the space here, but a good spot to maybe toss in a tablet, a notebook, an e-reader. And then on the inside of this pocket, you have an internal zippered compartment, which I didn't really use for anything as I didn't want to cause bulging against the flatter items that I would lay in here. But it is nice that you have a little bit of separation if you have some cables or other accessories that you don't want floating around loosely in the compartment. On the side of the bag, you have a smaller zippered compartment that's going to be a great spot for something slimmer that you might need to store, such as your phone, maybe a portable battery. In my case, I use this for my wallet. If I want to reach over and grab it quickly. The compartment doesn't lock, so you want to be careful with what you store in here if you're placing your wallet or your phone, but still a nice area where you can just reach over and grab whatever you need quickly. And then near the top, you have another quick access pocket. And I like that this and the zipper for the main compartment have this strap that comes over the zipper where you can thread the zipper pull through to give it a little bit of security. Might make it a little bit harder for a pickpocket to easily open this, especially if you thread the zipper pull all the way through. In my case, just to make it easy to open, I left it out. And so this compartment, again, well protected against the elements, and then a nice amount of volume for the types of items that I would be grabbing a lot while I'm on the go. Even for bulkier items, it still has a decent amount of volume, which is always great to see. And you have a bright orange inner lining, which we'll get a closer look at as we dive into the main compartment, but still just gives you some pop of color for additional visibility. Diving into what I have here, I currently have my GoPro, and then I tossed in my Apple AirPods, and I have a pair of sunglasses with their case. Moving into the main compartment, this is a top-loading bag, but the zippers come down enough that you can open this up fairly wide and still have plenty of visibility to grab what you might need from this main compartment. 21 liters of space, it holds an impressive amount. Even bulkier items, you can see that what I have in here, there's some leftover space at the top, so I could have tossed in a jacket, maybe a lunchbox or something like that. Diving into the items that are currently here, I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones with their hard shell case. And then I have the DJI Mavic Mini, also with a hard shell case. I have my Evergoods Civic Access pouch, which is one of my go-tos. And then I have a full-size moleskin notebook. And the last thing that I have just laying here in the main compartment is my Levitate portable standing desk. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. I really like how much this comes up. This is what allows it to handle bulkier items well. Would also make it great for minimal travel. If I wanted to toss in a packing cube, an extra pair of shoes, and a dop kit, I could easily use this for a weekend trip. Inside this main area, you also have some additional organization. So starting off on the front flap, you have a little loop here that will pair well with something like a carabiner if you want to attach your keys or a multi-tool. This is the Melville carabiner from the James brand, which I've been using a lot recently. And then you have a mesh zippered compartment here that has pretty decent amount of space. I like that because it's mesh, you can see what's on the inside. Currently what I have in here is some Band-Aids and ointment. And then I also have my little manicure set. And then on the back of the compartment, you have a simple zippered pocket here that's gonna be great for, again, smaller accessories, things that you don't want getting lost in this larger area. The only thing that I have here at the moment is a lightning cable and a portable battery to charge my phone. And then behind that, you have a padded and suspended laptop sleeve. So great that this is actually pulled up off the bottom of the ground, so your device will be protected from drops. The sleeve is not super padded, but it does have a little bit of protection. It is also pretty elastic. You can see that I have my 13-inch MacBook Pro in here, and that fits in there comfortably. Anything larger would probably fit. You could get up to a 15-inch in here, but it would come up over the sleeve, so it might be a little bit exposed. And so pulling my device out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. So lots of elasticity here on the front. So if you have a thicker device or if you want to use a case with your laptop, it should be able to fit in there comfortably. Again, I do wish that this was a little bit more padded, a little bit more robust. It is thicker than this slip pocket on the back, which I'll talk about in a second. but it feels like a little bit more rigidity here could have been helpful. However, with the fact that it is suspended off the bottom of the ground, it feels like my device is going to be well protected. And then on the back, you have one additional kind of elastic slip pocket, which is a little bit taller, so this may be a good area to place a larger laptop, additional kind of folders, documents, or in my case, I just have a tablet that was kind of getting swallowed up due to the size of the compartment, as I wanted my laptop in this kind of slightly more padded area. But nice amount of variety as far as the pockets and how you can kind of distribute everything. I really like the layout of this main area, the amount of space that's offered, and just the layout throughout the bag. They offer a great variety of organizational options, solid build quality, and if you're looking for a unique and durable everyday bag, this is going to be a really solid option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Senda 21-liter backpack over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase this on the company site for about $140, which is definitely not a cheap price. It's a bit of an investment. However, it does feel very reasonable considering that the bag is made in the USA, and it also offers a nice, feature set and build quality, and it's also going to compare well to other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of is the Burton Annex 2.0, which we featured pretty recently. That one had kind of a similar vibe in my opinion, and then it was a little bit more heritage, outdoor, it had straps, a lot of pockets. I really liked the aesthetic of that bag. It also had a nice organizational layout. It was really comfortable. The build quality on that is not going to be quite as solid as this bag in my opinion. It is, however, going to come in at a slightly lower price point. So if you're looking for a bag that kind of looks like this and it's going to give you a lot of flexibility, then that's going to be a great option to consider. The next bag this made me think of is the Fjallraven Raven 28, which is a bag that I've loved for the past couple of years. It was recently updated to feature an improved back panel, and it has an excellent organizational layout and build quality. Comes in at 28 liters, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than this. That one is also sold in a 20 liter if you're looking for something closer in size. It's comfortable to wear, it has great laptop protection, and so if you're looking for something kind of like this that's just going to give you a little bit more organization, that's going to be a great option to consider. Another bag this made me think of is the Yeti Crossroads 22-liter backpack, which has a little bit more of a kind of modern or technical aesthetic. Very rugged bag. It has a more simple organizational layout. Got a top-loading compartment, well-padded laptop sleeve. Like this one, it has some compression straps and attachment points on the exterior for holding larger gear. The build quality on that is very, very rugged. It's also highly weather resistant. It's got a luggage pass-through. So a really interesting feature set. And if you're looking for something that's going to give you just a little bit more peace of mind when you're going into the outdoors, or that has a slightly more kind of modern aesthetic, then that's going to be a good option to consider. And then the last option that I'll mention here, if you have a little bit of a higher budget, is the GoRuck GR1. We recently looked at the Heritage edition of that bag, and I really enjoyed using it. The aesthetic of that just feels like it's going to age very nicely. It has premium materials, well padded and suspended laptop compartment, a clamshell style opening. And so if you're looking for a bag that's a little bit more minimal, but that's going to offer a premium build quality and it's going to hold up well over the longer term, that's going to be a fantastic option to consider. With that being said, the Kargo Gear Senda 21-liter backpack holds up really well against all those options. And if you're looking for a bag that's made in the USA, that's going to offer a nice organizational layout and a good build quality that's going to come in at under $200, this is going to be a fantastic option to consider. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the Senda 21-liter backpack and how it compares to some of the other popular EDC bags that are currently on the market. And if there are any similar options that you think I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company again for sending the bag for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.